Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is the 30th of September, 2023, and we are in the Old Testament book of 2nd Samuel. We're going to read chapter 20 today. So 2nd Samuel, chapter 20. So the coup from Absalom has been put down. Israel has moved to restore the kingdom to David. But this guy named Sheba rises up and says, you know what? I should be king. And Israel swings back away. So we're starting to see that breakdown between Judah and Israel again, which is going to dominate the rest of the Old Testament, essentially, that split between those. But right now, at this moment, David says a few things. He says, this uprising from Sheba is much worse than what Absalom did. And to keep this in perspective, we started 2 Samuel. We saw Ishbosheth, who was a grandson of Saul, who made a claim to the throne. And he had a legitimate claim. I mean, he was the grandson of Saul, so he had a legitimate claim. Absalom was the son of David. He had a legitimate claim. Sheba has nothing to do with Saul or David. He's just decided on himself that he's going to be king. So that makes him more dangerous, because now the people are saying, well, we can just have any king we want. So we're moving away from God-ordained kings at this point, is what the people are going after. We saw briefly a guy named, let me find his name there, Asam, and David was going to put him over all the troops instead of Joab, because David is starting to understand that whole prophecy of, he's a wartime king. A peacetime king is what's going to come next. We said when he started to flee Absalom and move in the desert, we started to see him being more king-like and more like the David we knew, and less like the sinner who had nothing better to do than to get in trouble. So when David's in crisis, he's searching God, and he's starting to understand, we need a king all the time. We need people who are good all the time, not just when they're in war. And Joab is a ruthless guy. When Saul is trying to chase David all over the country and kill him, Joab was great to have by his side, but Joab is starting to become a liability. And we see that here, because even though David named somebody else ruler over the military, first thing Joab did when he got the chance was assassinate him and take his old job back. We start to get, and this section ends where we see the government that David is building, and some of these people that are named go on to help Solomon, and some of these people don't go on to help Solomon. So again, we're starting to see that transition from wartime under David to peace under Solomon, and that David understands it has to happen. So let's go ahead, and we're going to read 2 Samuel chapter 20. And there happened to be there a rebel whose name was Sheba, the son of Bichri, a Benjamite. And he blew a trumpet and said, we have no share in David, nor do we have inheritance in the son of Jesse. Every man to his tents, O Israel. So every man of Israel deserted David and followed Sheba, the son of Bichri. But the men of Judah from the Jordan as far as Jerusalem remained loyal to their king. Now David came to his house at Jerusalem, and the king took the 10 women, his concubines, whom he had left to keep the house, and put them in seclusion and supported them, but did not go into them. So they were shut up on the day of till the day of their death, living in widowhood. And the king said to Amasa, assemble the men of Judah for me within 3 days, and be present here yourself. So Amasa went to assemble the men of Judah. But he delayed longer than the set time which David had appointed for him. And David said to Abishai, now Sheba the son of Bichri will do us more harm than Absalom. Take your lord's servants and pursue him, lest he find for himself fortified cities and escape us. So Joab's men with the Cherethites set out after him. And they went out of Jerusalem to pursue Sheba the son of Bichri. When they were at the large stone which is in Gibeon, Amasa came before them. Now Joab was dressed in battle armor. On it was a belt with a sword fastened to its sheath at his hips. And as he was going forward, it fell out. Then Joab said to Amasa, are you in health, my brother? And Joab took Amasa by the beard with his right hand to kiss him. But Amasa did not notice the sword that was in Joab's hand, and he struck him with it in the stomach. His entrails poured out on the ground, and he did not strike him again. Thus he died. Then Joab and Abishai his brother pursued Sheba the son of Bichri. Meanwhile, one of Joab's men stood near Amasa and said, whoever favors Joab and whoever is for David, follow Joab. But Amasa wallowed in his blood in the middle of the highway. And when the men saw that, all the people stood still. He moved Amasa from the highway to the field and threw a garment over him. Then he saw that everyone who came upon him when he saw that everyone who came upon him halted. When he was removed from the highway, all the people went on after Joab to pursue Sheba the son of Bichri. And he went through all the tribes of Israel to Abel and Beth-makkah and all the Berites. So they were gathered together and also went after Sheba. Then they came and besieged him in Abel of Beth-makkah. And they cast up a siege around against the city, and it stood by the ramparts. And all the people who were with Joab battered the wall to throw it down. Then a wise woman cried out from the city, "Here, here, please say to Joab, 'Come nearby that I may speak with you.'" When he had come near to her, the woman said, "Are you Joab?" He answered, "I am." And she said to him, "Hear the words of your maidservant." And he answered, "I am listening." So she spoke, saying, "They used to talk in former times, saying, 'They shall surely seek guidance at Abel, and so they would end disputes.' I am among the peaceful and faithful in Israel. You seek to destroy a city and a mother in Israel. Why would you swallow up the inheritance of the Lord?" And Joab answered and said, "Far be it from me," and get that one more time. And Joab answered and said, far be it from me that I would swallow up or destroy. That is not so, but a man from the mountains of Ephraim, Sheba, the son of Bichri by name, has raised his hand against the king, against David. Deliver him only, and I will depart from the city." So the woman said to Joab, "Watch, his head will be thrown to you over the wall." Then the woman in her wisdom went to all the people. And they cut off the head of Sheba, the son of Bichri, and threw it out to Joab. Then he blew a trumpet, and they withdrew from the city, every man to his tent. So Joab returned to the king at Jerusalem. And Joab was over all the army of Israel. Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, was over the Cherethites and the Pelethites. Adoram was in charge of revenue. Jehoshaphat, the son of Ahulad, was recorder. Sheva was scribe. Zadok and Abiathar were the priests. And Ira the Jerite was a chief minister under David. May God bless the reading of his word. May God bless you. Bye.